I started facing myself. I faced the reality of all these things. Hi, welcome back to this space where we learn, grow, and have fun at the same time. My name is Maureen, and I'm back with part 2 of the transitioning series. And this part is where I realized that I've actually failed. Like I shared in part 1, my pain in that moment was like I can't take care of myself. But in this part, I realized I started feeling different kinds of pain or hurt. How, why, and with whom? Let's get into it. Let's get deep into it. We stopped when I had gone back home. My mom called, and she called me to fix the school curtain. I went to do that, and I remember the holidays were about to end, and they were starting a new term. So she gave me some money to put into the school curtain. I had no idea about shops and everything, so I have my go-to cousin Ivan. We talked through it. I was like, "What are we supposed to do? Everything, da da da." We did it. We put in some things, a few things, and but before I started, I told him, hopefully mom doesn't think I'm going to sit in this canteen. And he's like, I think she's going to get someone. But you can imagine, I'm unemployed, I have nothing to do, I can't even take care of myself. And I'm not thinking, because in my head I was like, I'll go back and search for a job and get one. I hadn't like given up on it. But anyway, I sit in the canteen day 1, day 2, day 3, a week, 2 weeks, a month. And I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. So I was there, but I was there as I was still hunting for jobs. I was still applying. I was still going into the job searching and everything. I was doing all that. But in that moment of me, because I wasn't so busy, because our school canteen, they come out of break time, they come out at lunchtime. So in those moments when I'm in class, I'm not busy, I'm seated, I'm just there. But in those moments, I believe they were necessary, they had to happen. That's the reason I had to go home. I think now about it. I could I started facing myself. I faced the reality of all these things that I had in plan, that I thought I would have achieved by that time, and I have nothing, not even a piece of it, not even like maybe I'm going in it. Everything had failed. So I started facing that. I started thinking about that. I'm a thinker. So I started looking at things. I had to face myself, even though it was ugly. And with that, depression started creeping in. I could all of a sudden start crying. I was comparing myself to people. It was hard, to be honest. Part 2, that part was hard. I even I started feeling unworthy. I felt I felt it was okay to die. Depression is bad. It's ugly. But anyway, I'm there. I'm there. God. So when I didn't want to cry. I didn't want to cry, but tears can't stop. And it was an ugly part, I would say. But I faced myself. It was ugly, but something came out of the ugly. I I kept on applying for jobs. I kept on searching for the jobs and everything. But I failed. I failed to secure a job. And I got frustrated still. So I'm like, I'm done with jobs. I'm not applying for jobs. I quit searching for jobs. I was like, let me just sit in this school canteen and just be there. I remember actually I said these things. So, you know how you give up and you not how you haven't actually given up. So I was doing that. So I say to myself, I'm done with jobs. I unsubscribed from every email that was sending me jobs. I quit every WhatsApp group that was sending me job opportunities. I just let myself, and when I was done with that, I felt relieved. I was like, now someone can breathe. I don't have any pressure. The only thing that was there was my friend. She would keep sending me the jobs, like, Maureen, apply on this one, Maureen, apply on this one, you know. But I was like, okay, I will. I didn't. I was done. When I'm done, I'm done. I didn't. And I remember when I finally did that, I was like, if I'm going to get a job, someone is going to recommend me, and I'm not doing no interview. It's crazy, right? Especially for not doing the interview part. Yeah, it's crazy. But guess what? Crazy happens. And it happened. And I didn't have to do this traditional interview, to be honest. And yeah, I found a secure job. And then I had promised myself, I was like, once I secure a job, I'm living my best life. I'm not saving, I'm not doing anything. I'm living my life. No pursuing dreams, no nothing. Yeah, so yeah, what happened when I secured the job? And there's a lot that went on. I don't know if I lived the parts I said, but yeah, in part three, we get deep into what actually happened. There's changing decisions. There is making new decisions. So let's get into part three of the transitioning series. Remember to spread love and not hate. Bye.